So let's settle this once and for all. How many hours do you actually need to study for CFA Level 1? Because if you've been on Reddit, you'll see one guy bragging, I studied 150 hours and passed easily. And then another one crying, I studied 600 hours and still barely made it. So what's real? Do you need to sell your social life for half a year? Or can you wing it with a few Netflix breaks in between? Let's dive into the data, the myths, and the cold, slightly painful reality of CFA prep. The official word from the CFA Institute is about 300 hours. That's the number they love to publish. Surveys from prep providers back it up. Kaplan Schweser says the average is 348. UWorld says 323. So the textbook answer is 300. If you just want a safe target, there it is. But here's the thing. That's an average. Nobody's average. When you look at real candidates, the range is all over the place. Some finance grads say, 200 hours, maybe 225, I passed, no problem. Others say, I did 500 hours, 600 hours, and still felt destroyed on exam day. One guy even tracked his hours with a stopwatch, pausing for every bathroom break, and he ended up at 426 focused hours. That's either commitment or madness. But hey, he passed near the top percentiles. The point is, hours alone don't tell the full story. And here's a huge factor, your background. If you studied finance or accounting, or you're already working in the industry, Level 1 will feel like review. You might genuinely get away with 200 hours. But if you're coming in from engineering, medicine, or any non-finance background, Level 1 will feel like drinking from a fire hose. For you, 300 is the floor, not the ceiling. Realistically, you might need closer to 400 or even 500. And if you're working full-time, balancing a job, family, and life, you'll need not just more hours, but smarter hours. Which brings us to the quality versus quantity debate. People obsess over the number of hours, but what matters is what you do with them. One candidate said it perfectly. It's more quality than quantity. Focus on exercises, mock exams, practice, practice, practice. If you spend 300 hours just reading the curriculum like it's a bedtime novel, you're going to walk into the exam and suffer. If you spend 250 hours hammering question banks, doing mocks, and reviewing weak spots, you're in much better shape. The CFA exam doesn't care how many times you've underlined the textbook. It cares whether you can solve problems under pressure. So how do you actually structure those hours? Most prep providers recommend about 6 months. That works out to 12 hours a week. On weekdays, that might mean 1 or 2 hours in the evening. On weekends, 4 or 5 hours each day with at least one timed practice session. If you procrastinate, yes, you can cram in 2 or 3 months, but then you're looking at 25 or 30 hours a week on top of your job. That's possible, but only if you enjoy living on caffeine and anxiety. The smarter way is consistency. Think of it like the gym. A little bit every day beats one massive workout once a week. Let's talk about some common pitfalls. Number 1. Ignoring ethics. Everyone does it, everyone regrets it. Number 2. Spending way too much time on quant if it's killing you. Learn the basics, move on, come back later. Number 3. Skipping mock exams. Don't do that. You need at least 3 full mocks before exam day. They're your dress rehearsals. They teach you pacing, stamina, and how to handle the mental crash that hits around question 75. So, back to the question. How many hours do you really need? If you've got a finance background, maybe 200 to 250. If you're brand new to the material, 350 to 400. If you're balancing work, kids, and life, shoot for 300 to 400, but make those hours count. The number itself is less important than the quality. At the end of the day, it's not about hitting a magic number. It's about studying smart, staying consistent, and putting in active hours. Don't just count your hours. Make your hours count. And if someone online brags about passing with 100 hours, just smile and remember, they're probably not telling you the whole story. Good luck, and may your ethics questions be merciful.